Are we live? Bip bip bada bo. Let's ruin our rating. Oh, da da di do. I forgot my drink. Da 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 di do. I'm an idiot. I am an idiot. Di da din da di da 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 da. Di da di da. Da da di da 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 dan di da 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 di o ha da di o da da dan da di da 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 do. Da 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 di da 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 dum bum. Da di da di do. Ha da di do. Ha da dun do. Ha da di da dun do. You're out of touch. You're out of touch. Da da dun da dee da 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 da. You're out of touch. You're out of touch. Hello Rengao dee da 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 dee do da da dee do. How are you going, brother? Good to have you on board. I'm so reluctant to botch my 28 hundo, guys. Should we ruin it or should we not ruin it? It takes me about 20 minutes to F it up and then 2 weeks to fix it back up. And I have got a glorious game by Jazz Monton, no less, to have a look at. But we're going to wait for... Oh shit. 2980! Hello? Ay. Who is this beast? Master the International. Seb,
it's
welcome
our
in.
Anniversary, dear.
Oh, let's go out and have a party then, brother. It's some early G4 is the plan here, but I don't remember how. Some stuff like take G. Oh shit! What? Ay. I don't know what to do, man. Reluctantly. Really? But now I'm gonna get G4. Okay, now I'm very happy. Now we're going to get this guy. Thank you so much, Seb. I absolutely thank you wholeheartedly for your ongoing awesomeness and generosity. Thank you, you absolute legend. This game is over! Baby! No castle for you. No castle for you, brother. Okay, F5 incoming. Oh boy. This is gonna be carnage. I mean, I can take if I want to, right? And do I want to? Yes, I do. Gauzy in the house. Oh la, what? Yeah, the problem with these 2900s, generally speaking, is that they don't really enjoy losing games. Consequently, they rarely do. I don't know what the point of this move is yet, but it does have one. Just bear with me. I thought that he would come in, but I thought b3 was on, no? Because queen e4 we can trade and then win the pawn. And if he buggers off, then I thought I would go f5. Bishop f6 is also a move. But I want f5. Hello, everybody. So this is why this guy is 3000 and I'm not. Because although I'm absolutely butchering him on the board, I am 7 hours behind on the clock. And it's blitz. Danish. I don't know about Danish. Maybe. We'll see. Ooh. Shall we? This looks very good, no? This looks almost terminal, I would say. By the way, c4 is sometimes an interesting idea now, because after take, there might be some sexy happening. Yeah, it looks like we're hardcore cooking here, guys. We are hardcore cooking. We are hardcore cooking. You what? That's illegal, brother. Schach. Oh, he wants c5. Yeah, but no. Yes! Come on, baby. You've got this. I mean, I could just take that thing, no? Hello? What? I mean, I'm extremely reluctant to take a piece like that, but this is now resignation. Ay, 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 ay. Woo! One of our biggest dubs in my blitz playing history, guys. And resigns. And resigns. And I'm quitting. I'm quitting. No, I can't. I can't leave this guy hanging. Now we're losing all the ratings that we won. Watch this. If I lose this, I'm not playing another, that's for sure. Oh, don't I hate this crap. Actually, I don't. So I don't know why I said that. Da da di do. It da da dun di da di da din do. You out of touch. You're out of touch. Da 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 do da di da da do. Di da di do. Now this is always a big one. A big dilemma, that is, whether it's bishop or pawn. Somehow it now has more of a bishop vibe to me. But I'm not 100% we did that correctly. Also, I'm not sure usually where to put this knight. Let's just go here. I don't know why, but yeah, I just went there. Yeah, let's bring this guy in. Rook e1. How am I behind on the clock is always a mystery to me. Okay, I can do that too. Maybe knight would be nice. Yeah, they should have played knight h6 there. Okay. I don't dislike our position, actually. What do you think, Chad? Smart move, because knight wanted to come to f5. I like that. So let's trade into this knight, but then he's gonna go knight h3. Or knight d3 even? Let's see. Yeah, oh shit, I missed this. Ay, 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 ay. Okay, let's start trading. And now h3 is also coming. that is a bit unpleasant. Oh, h4 is hanging too. Fuck. Thankfully, after queen here, I can take. Otherwise, this is on. So I just managed to step out of this. But now g4 is a genuine concern. Let's. Oh, queen is 7. Ay. Queen e7 is a game-winning threat. Shit. How do I stop that thing? Knight here. Ugliest move on the board. So I want to play queen b4 to tickle this and this. And if I don't die in the interim, which is a very big if, queen takes, and then g5 is gonna come. So if I go here, I lose this. But I have to, man. I feel like this is my only acceptable course of action. And I don't know if g5 was correct. Unless I'm missing something now, this knight is coming in here. I might even take with the queen, actually. Maybe check. Wait a tick, this is getting real. That king is a bit... Yeah, no, this is check, no? King f3? What? If only I had time for this. Somehow, but I didn't. That was a sad move. I like this king f3 for him. Now I don't see my next move. Okay, now I do. But I think we are getting cooked here. Unfortunate. Queen c3 maybe? Actually, I don't think I'm losing that on the board. In fact, I think I'm winning that on the board, but on the clock. Yeah. Maybe d6, yeah, okay. I couldn't go king e6 because of the... Oh, that's strong, okay. Yeah, I stand corrected. I was losing it on the board as well as everywhere else. Yeah, too good. No, this guy's way too good of a blitz player for me. Not happening, brother. Not happening. Not happening. Way too good. Way too good. Okay, that being said, I played this game quite well. I'm just slow as always. So rook e8 was a mistake here. Black is actually marginally better. I put the wrong rook on e8, which was actually dumb as hell. Indeed, the carry. Indeed, the... Oh, fuck. This is a game-losing blunder. I don't think that this was +2. But apparently after g4, bishop d7, knight e6, takes, g5 is unstoppable. As in, it's gonna absolutely wreck me. But I played this opening really well. Ish. Okay, not quite. Ugh. Ugh. Engine doesn't like 95, you believe it or not. Engine wants queen c7, castles, and then c4. Fuck. Like, what's going on here, bro? Like, why does this make any sense? Oh, no, wait, what is king h1? King h1 is not a move. It's knight h1. And then knight c5. And if knight f2, knight b3, rook here. Oh, but then I get this in. Yeah, man, like learning is the key here. So I missed here f4 apparently. We like this is unreal. And white wins. What? Very cool. And also the engine likes rook b8 here. And then queen c7. So if queen d2, c4, and now we're threatening b5 again. And typically people are worried about a5 that shuts down b5, but it doesn't. It actually invites b5 because after take, I get that. But even if I didn't, after rook b6, there's plenty of play against the pawn on b2 that justifies this thing. Okay. Okay, so later on, we went... Yeah, the engine hates my position here. Yeah, f4 is more typical. And then knight f2. Yeah, I don't really dig this. Avid chess improver, we're doing great today, buddy. Thank you. I'm doing great. I feel like in the end when he played that king thing, I thought I had a shot. Like I didn't think I was losing this. As in on the board. Fuck, this is a bad move. Queen b6 was the way to go to hold the pawn on d6 for a bit longer. Yeah, okay. So, I mean, knight h5, I should be absolutely fucking hammered for this by chat. Like, how could I play the biggest dog shit move on the board? Mind you, second best. But sometimes second best is the first worst, right? Or that the first bad, or yeah, whatever. Figure it out. My brain is not functioning. Knight d3 was the way to go, and then I guess there is a perpetual check somewhere here. Which instinctively I would have avoided, by the way, because typically this check is bad because this setup, which I mentioned already on stream multiple times. Thank you, Courtney. If I'm correct, but I may be wrong. Yeah, so you need to remember this setup. When a knight blocks a queen check and they are all touching each other, the knight cancels out all checks. Even on, what do you call that square? F0. But the reason why it's a draw, because now I get to take pawns. Do I keep up with the ashes? No. No, my friend, I do not keep up with the ashes. And the reason for that is just because cricket is not a sport, it's an abomination. And I can't care less about that. I miss queen d1 here as well. Ay. Yeah, I misevaluated this completely. I have to say that my two knights are so horrendously placed, in particular the one on h5, that it's very difficult to disentangle this. And I was hoping to rush to this pawn. Like, if my king was on d6, this would be maybe playable with knight e7. But here I've walked into this very clever idea that I couldn't go here because of check. Winning my knight, which I did see, but I didn't see it before I played it. 97, d6, knight c6 was the only way to not lose instantly. I mean, 16 seconds on the clock, this is not feasible for me. Okay, let's see the game that we won, and then I'm going to have a look at Courtney. Actually, I don't think that that sounded quite right. As much as it sounded very cool and dirty, but yeah, so knight e2 is theory here, and now g4 is a threat. So if queen b6, it's c3. I get that. If h5, I'm guessing it's g4. Yep, I get that too. So, yeah, golden. e6 here? No, don't do that. Yeah, g4 is coming. Okay, bishop e3 was poop. And I thought that h5 was a bit slow, but maybe after take, let's say e6, castles, knight d7 or bishop f8 to counter bishop e2 and g4. I thought that we had a bit of an oomph. You can meet g4 with knight h4 at any time. You don't even need e6 for that, but that's a really bad idea in the sense that the knight on h4 is going to be bullied to death. I think. And now it's just winning for white. Yeah, but queen h4... Yeah, but then I will castle first and then I will play g4, so that's not gonna hurt me. Apparently I'm an idiot and I should have taken this and f5. Fair enough. It's a valid point, chess lover. It's a valid point. Okay, chat. Guess what my accuracy score was in this game. I'm going to ask for the review. My guess is 92. What's yours? For that game with the white, 79. Dude, I don't think I made a mistake. I'm not turning my head back because I would see it on the screen, but 79 is like whatever. Perk defense. And no one knows what the perk is because in civilized chess circles it's called a Pirt. 87. I'm very disappointed with that because I only made one mistake, this. And everything else is 0 zeros. So how the fuck is that 87? Man, machine has no chill. 2 brilliances, 1 great move, 14 best, 1 mistake, 0 misses, 0 blunders, game rating 2950, and it slaps me in the face with 87. It slaps me in the face with 87. Absolutely ridiculous. Drift King, howdy. Yeah, Perky is something that I'm into, that's for sure. Alright, let's see. Speaking of Perky, Courtney sent a game. Maybe I'm pushing my luck here with the dirty jokes. Apologies, Courtney. Oh, okay. Courtney is fighting back by sending me a Leeches link. Fair enough. Okay, let's get an anal board up and see what this lovely lady did. Courtney, are we black or white? Da 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 dee 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 da da top da 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 da. Courtney is not giving us the goods. Oh, Courtney's white. Okay, Big Al. Oh yeah, Big Al is everywhere, man. Al is the man. Oh, hello, Danish Gambit. All right, Courtney's already winner chicken dinner. Okay, don't do this, Courtney. Very important. What is the knee-jerk reaction to e5 every single time we have a bishop on c4? Everyone should know this. If you are north of 1000 rating, you cannot ever allow this. Not happening. This is exactly the reason why you either need to further sack here with knight f3 or take back on a c3. And even here, after e5, d5 could be a thing. But yeah, therefore e5 is not a move. Queen e7, also not a move. Like, this is bread and butter of e4, e5, and actually almost any other opening too. So now Queen e2 is a ripperino, because now they don't have d5. Because this is very cute. Can someone see why this is now losing? It's very, very cool. I like it a lot, actually. Yeah, you can take the queen, the knight. Now we are threatening the queen, and when the queen takes, we get out of dodge with the bishop, and we keep the extra piece. That is super sexy. We played knight c3. That's a very strange move because it seems to ignore the fact that this was on. Shegajeta! Forgot how to pronounce your name in the style of Ajalen. I swear to God I would say Shegajeta. Like paella, double L. Anyway, what's your actual name, Shegajeta? I'm dying to know this. Like, I'm gonna fucking call you Juan or Jorge. Like, just let's go with the real deal here. Yeah, I approve of that. Yeah, this is very good. This is very good. Pete, Shaggy. No. He's a Latina. He's a Chico. He's a Chico. Alejandro. This is very good, Courtney. This is great chess. Carlos. Okay, fuck this struggle with Shegajeta. You are Carlos for me from here on out, brother. On better days, Charlie even. Okay, I dig this, Courtney. I dig this. I dig the whole this shebang is great. This is good chess. Get your pieces out and let's roll. Loving it. Courtney, entertain me, please, or humor me with the respective ratings of the players, please. Oh la la. 17 handles. Okay. Chat, how can we win a piece here by force? And I would prefer Courtney to find it first. White to move, win a piece. No, I need lines because you guys are bluffing through your asses and I don't like that. I need lines. No stories, thank you very, very much. How is bishop takes c7 a line, Courtney? Come on. Thank you, chess lover. A line in chess looks like this. You are already seeing that there is shit to do here because his bishop is extremely messed up. a3. Only legal move, bishop a5. You take this with check and then b4 wins the game. My big beef with folks of this level is that I don't want to accept that this is not doable. I do think that this is doable, and I do think that people sabotage themselves when they simply refuse to calculate and try to find solutions in other ways. Happy to be wrong, but I usually am not. Yeah, so a3 would have won the house here. Okay, check. Okay, question 2. Why is this move order wrong? If you give me anything but a line, I'm going to lose it. No, they don't, because AB hits the queen. No, no, no. First of all, e5 is ever so slightly illegal, so this is quite a line. Illegal because it's pinned. And even if it weren't, you take this. The queen b5 touch is smart to try to double attack, but I hit your queen. So it's illegal, it doesn't work, and it doesn't work. But I like the fact that you try to fight tactic with tactics. That's the way to be. Credit for that. So, why is queen e6 not winning? Played in the game. After king h8, you would think a3, b4, same story. What is the difference? Let's see who is cooking. Alright, I'll give you time. Oddly enough, after king h8, Courtney still didn't play a3. So I think this whole idea flew under the radar entirely, which is quite surprising. Yeah, so the big difference is that now a3 can be met by queen e7. Not queen f5, because that gets captured and captured. Well done, bishop stars. So after king h8, a3, you have queen e7. And the bishop is covering the queen. And now the queen, having abandoned c5, has vacated 2 squares on the diagonal. Again, this is a textbook case of thinking tactically. Like, some people will just keep on looking at this and go like, well, bishop a5 loses to b4. My bishop is hanging. I can't go here, I can't go here, I can't go here, I can't go... I don't know. That's not tactical thinking. Right? So the first barrier that you need to cross, which is the hardest one, by the way, is to force your brain to, okay, fuck it, so I can't move the bishop, I need to counterpunch. Which, by the way, should be your first instinct, not your second, but let's just go with what we have. And then you go like, well, what can I do? Can I attack this queen? And then you go like, oh, actually, this is guarded by the bishop. And inevitably, you hopefully stumble upon the right idea. Okay, yeah, I don't know what was cooking here, because I can guarantee you that your opponent wouldn't have found this. But this shows to me that this was not on the radar at all. What also surprises me, Courtney, though, is that why are we playing a bishop move when you could have scored a tempo on the queen with the rook and actually penetrating with the rook? Like, I wish to hurt no feelings, but in my opinion, this is a 1200 move at the absolute most. Develop a new piece with tempo. Am I being harsh, or do we agree that this is super obvious? I believe that this should have been found. No, I very strongly disagree. A3 is super easy to find because you see that the bishop can't go back. I think those two moves are totally super easy to find. Okay. I think I would have considered the other rook more so, because in this position I find it more likely that I have got shit cooking on the c file than on the e file. So bringing this rook to d1 to me doesn't feel intuitive at all. But it's definitely not a bad move. This one is though, because now after bishop... no, it's not bad, but you walk into bishop c5. Okay, call me crazy, but what is the reason for white here to allow bishop takes, pawn takes, when I can pull back here and retake with the rook and keep my pawn structure intact? How do you explain this, Courtney, that you have got 1, 2, 3, 4 rook moves, of which one sends the rook back where it came from, meaning no doubling anywhere ever allowed. The other 3 allows you at least to monitor the pawn on d6 and allow doubling up, and 1 even allows you to not even damage your own pawn structure. Yet we choose this, which to my mind makes the least amount of sense. Oh! Hello, Aziti! It is going great, brother. Chemistry Nobel Prize, 300 body count. Which one was reached first, brother? So good to see you. Oh, you're talking to me on YouTube. I see. This was a misclick. Okay, fair enough. Rook d2 I still don't understand, but that's a better choice than rook d1. But I don't understand in the sense that I would want to retake this with the rook. Okay. Alright. I mean, let's be real. This endgame is completely dead drawn. That needed to be king e2, Courtney, not rook d1. Because what you want to do is that you want to blockade this pawn with the king. Okay, when you said morphs, I genuinely thought that that would be morphos. In style of Samuel L. Jackson, I thought that MOF went just the trackers. Yeah, so rook d1 was definitely no bueno. This is good. This is good. So now, logically, you would want to go onto the open file since you managed to relieve your rook from any kind of defensive duties. Oh, it's Metal Organic Frameworks. Nah. So, yeah, Courtney, this is another move that deeply surprises me. Like, when you say you have no clue what to do, I'm calling bullshit. You do know what to do. Totally. I'm not buying that for a half second. You are staring at your rook, shooting at the back of your king, doing absolutely nothing, and you tell me you don't know what to do. Nope. Not buying it. Not for a single second. Try again. Is that a joke that I'm supposed to get Rengao? Or what the heck is going on there? Yeah, Courtney, try again. The I don't know what to do, I don't buy for a second. So I want you to tell me what the idea was here and why you opted to not to play the most obvious rook e1 or rook c1. You can pick whichever you like. You wanted to block c5. Why? I don't know what you were hoping to distract with this. Unless by distraction you mean that your opponent is gonna go like, what the fuck is that? If that's distraction, flying colors. You're still avoiding my question. Tell your in-laws that you're currently being bullied by a very unpleasant Australian. Go away. Why are you not playing rook e1, Courtney? Activating the rook, threatening penetration. Tell your in-laws that you are threatened with, or you are advised about penetration. And also to rook lift to attack this. Isn't that what chess players would do? How is black supposed to deal with that? Oh, okay. I need to tone it down and say a bit then. I didn't realize that you were exposing me. I mean, you are almost winning this pawn by force. And you dare telling me that you didn't know what to do? Nah. Colin Lee, welcome in. So Azati, can you please give us an update while I am getting at the bottom of this rook ending business? What's happening in your life and currently which country you are located in and what you're doing and how that misplaced chemistry Nobel Prize is going to go to you? Yeah, I can't wrap my head around how this is not screaming obvious to anyone above 1000. Whereas this move makes absolutely no progress. And now you're begging for this to hurt you like mad. I also don't know what that 3-2 reference was supposed to mean because... What, like, are you gonna launch these pawns forward and then hope for the best? Like, all you're creating is weaknesses. So, yeah, I have no idea what I'm watching here. So this was also very weird because at this point, you had this for this and this followed by this. If you go via e1, I don't have king c5. So why on earth, after b4, would you double down on the square you're already covering and coming from here, allowing king e5, instead of coming here and here, denying king c5? The I am not very good at the game is unacceptable because A, that's not true. B, you are plenty good enough to be able to tell the difference between these two plans. Not unfortunately, Mr. Gregory. Besides, you seem to have a coach that you are very happy with, aren't you? Z!
Go, coach, go.
Ay, 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 ay. Craig, welcome in. Z is a legend, guys. Z is a legend. So yeah, Courtney, this is completely within your skill set, buddy. So easy when you explain it. Once again, I don't see any part of this that you couldn't have figured out. I don't think that if you put your hand on your heart, you say that, oh, there's no way I would have figured it out. Nah, Z is not scared indeed. Z is a legend. Well, I understand this, but unfortunately now you have created a bit of a problem for yourself again, because if they play g5, this pawn is not going to have a lot of fun in its life. I like that. Jesus. I actually like this move. The engine doesn't, but when I see intent behind moves, I'm very, very forgiving. I like this. Wait, what the fuck is happening? Where do I hear moves? What? Oh, never mind. Yep, and now we are winning. You what? I can't believe that this is happening every stream. That people of 1700 level trade brain deadly into deadlock's king and pawn endings. It is absolutely unfathomable to me. Now, if you tell me that you didn't win this... Courtney? What? Courtney? Do I need to cover my eyes? Okay. I don't understand the logic. So you are running your king here. Call me crazy. My impression is that you are headed to go there. Confirmed? Okay, so explain to me like I'm two why you are not completing the plan. Oh, the cavalier!
A hype train?
Oh la la! Hey yeah, hey yeah, hey yeah. Okay, so why are we not playing King A6 here? So the best part of this
I'm just here for hype emotes.
is that now we are entering a territory where you don't need to calculate ever again. You play King A6 to defend the pawn. You start shoving this up in their face. They will have to run for it with the king. You eat these pawns promote. I hate myself for doing this because none of this is calculation. But your position is so winning, you don't need to calculate anymore. Like absolutely nothing. Zero calc is needed. It breaks my heart to think that someone that I care for loses his game. And also you are begging, by the way, for g4, which blockades 3 pawns by 1. Like, you should know that this sucks because 1 pawn holds 3. So if you commit to a pawn move here, it should be f4, creating a passer, which again lures the king back here, and then you eat all these pawns. Like, why would you even look at this? Again, f4, game over. Okay, I hate to tell you this, Courtney, but I don't understand your moves, and I don't think you understand them either. Like, what is the actual point of h4? There is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pawn moves here, and there are 2 that I cannot understand for the life of me. One is this, the other one is this. What is the point of this? Isn't the idea to get a pass pawn here? Yeah. Okay, so now we made it a little bit harder. Now we need to come back and lead this thing. Yeah, f3, and we win. Yeah, good. Okay, so now the most basic win is g4 takes king here, and it's over. Oh, the cavalier is coming in strong. Thank you. And game over. Black has to give up the pawn, and then you're going to go back for with the king to eat all of these. Okay, still winning. What? Wait, what? But didn't you say that you were playing with increment? Am I tripping, or you said that there was increment? Ah, fuck. Yeah, look, you didn't deserve to lose this. But, yeah. And I'm sure the interruptions didn't help either. Okay. That was a painful one, Courtney, but that endgame pawn ending technique was just like, you really need to see the bigger picture and go like, how am I going to win this? Shove the pawn up, lure the king away, eat the pawns. Bang. And you just carry it out. Okay. On to our good friend Mr. Harrington, who is playing against an FM. Okay. Fuck. Okay, Mr. Harrington, this is the only losing move you can play in the Averbach, and that's the whole point of the system, that now e5 is not playable due to d takes e5 and you are done. Instead, most typically knight a6 is played. There are people who like the Benoni structure with c5, and that's about it. Oh, thank you for Sooth. Received. Okay, let's go. e5. Now we're dead lost. Yep. Yep. Yeah, I don't know why you sent this game to me. Like, you lost this game on move 5, 6. But I'm gonna get through it. I just don't understand why you would send it to me. Yeah, this is game over here. By the way, in my opinion, the best way to play this, if you want to still rake your way back into the game through some counterplay, I would sack the exchange. And then I would play knight here. Because at least this invites some kind of weird imbalance where you get to do shit. Yeah, so now g2 is hanging. If g3, you drop back here. Now the bishop is a bit stuck. And you have knight d4. So this would have still allowed you to play for some fun positions. But now you're just completely dead. Yeah, I don't know what to make of this. Why did you time out Herbert? What the hell? Oh, Streamlabs did. Okay, never mind. He will leave. Yeah. Okay, bishop b7, knight d6. Bishop c6, bishop d3. Okay, now we managed to drum up some play. Yeah, we're still dead though. Yep. Ooh. Aye, that is sinfully ugly. How could an FM play a3? Holy assos. Oh la la. Okay, so knight e2 is very sexy. Rook takes, knight takes, rook takes, rook takes, pawn takes, and rook d6 wins. And if the rook buggers off, then c5, knight c4, and we win. That is glorious. FM missed it. Knight b5 is natural though, because you want to give back one pawn and win. Now knight d2 is very, very winning again. Oh, Craig, hello.
How to send you a PGN for game analysis. Email?
Preferably not. Like, chuck it in the chat, send me a ChessCom message. There are more ways than one can count. Okay, bishop e5 takes, yeah, yeah. I don't understand which part is where you think you had a win, like rook c6 and we had dead lost again. But, okay. Oh, he's gonna suck in bishop a3. Jesus. Okay. Okay, now there is a bit of friction going on. King a2, rook c2 seems to be only. Ay, 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 ay. Okay, this is getting now dirty. Good. And then bishop b2. Wait, what? Not bishop b2, bro? Mr. Gregory, why are we not taking this? That to me seems like a... I mean, it's a draw either way, so to be fair, it doesn't matter. But here I would still push for a win for white, yeah? Rook h3. Is it rook h3 losing to rook takes pawn takes a3? What the frick is rook h3? Ay, 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 ay. Rook h3, folks. Oh my god, this is tragic. Okay, so rook b2, a b2, king b2, king g7, king c3, king f6, king d4 is not good enough. Okay. But what if I go king g7 first? Now taking on b2, I think is getting quite dicey. Oh, AB and we win. Bro, please tell me that we won this. What? Why? Why? Just fucking run. What? Just pawn up, 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 queen. Why king f5? Why? Hola, señor Ferreira. ¿Cómo estás? Why king f5, bro? You're shitting me. You... What? Dude, like 4,000 push-ups right now. Seriously, dude. Like, how? Why? You would win this against Magnus Carlsen. What? But why would you even enter any discussion? It shouldn't be, man. You should be absolutely crying. Like, there is not a single thing in this that is funny. Fucking hell, I need to get a lunch break. This hurts me. I need to heat up my food. I will be back with Mr. Four Suits Plays Game and then Craig. I need to eat, man. Like this just below belt punch. I need to recover. Be right back. Ay, 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 ay. Draw. Oh. Oh mio Dio, draw, oh la la. Far out, I'm still recovering. Jeez Louise, alright. Whew. Okay, okay, let me see, Forsu the brother. He sent me a game, which apparently he played 5,000 years ago. And this is going to be presented to you in the style of mukbang. Oh my god, Gregory. I'm so sad for you, bro. That would have been an FM beaten in Rapid. Was it a simultaneous? Wait, we are black here? Yeah, we are black. What are we eating? We are eating, my friend, the banh mi. Fuck this fish shit. Yeah, I checked it already, Rengao. You're welcome to put it in the YouTube chat. A banh mi. I don't know if it's spelled with a H. It might be just B-A-N. Oh, you barbarians. You don't know what a banh mi is. Jesus wept. Fuck me. Thank you, Brazy. Finally a civilized man. Thank you. I added 2 face palms for the banh mi alone, right? I don't know what we are up to, but yeah. Okay, so this is 4 suited. Let's go. Let's go. I actually like bishop g4 here. It's a cute move. I'm not sure what you would do against knight f3, but I like it. Banh mi, boys. I like it. Yeah, opponent being an idiot. Trading the white squared bishop. Apologies for idiot. That was harsh. Opponent being not so smart. Now, chat. Do we have c5 here or do we not? Give me a line that proves c5 either correct or wrong. Either way, I want to know what's cooking. Because let's be honest. Queen d7 is butt ugly. Okay, give me the line that proves it. Eddie, you are not thinking straight. Why do you think black played queen d7? Like, you guys are not thinking straight. Why did they play queen d7? They didn't play it because they are horrible. Right. So they were worried about check. So give me a line proving this correct or wrong. I don't mind, but I want to know what's cooking. This banh mi is not bad. It's not my favorite, but this is the one that is very close to my place. Okay, which pawn does white want to take after queen b5? b7 or c5? Which one is the concern for us with black? I don't know why all of you are looking at b7. If the plan was to take this, I would pay fucking money for that. Surely they want to take c5, right? Right. Actually, to be fair to you though, if I go knight c6 here, then queen b7 is on. I take it back. So our line goes like this, yeah? And we concluded here that black is completely killing it. Because of the threat. Long story short, there's no fucking way that you would ever play queen d7 here. That's a crime against humanity. You just find a way to make c5 work. Because queen d7 is ugly as sin. And it walks into knight f3, knight e5. Mind you, because of the opponent is being an idiot, now we are still completely killing it. Whoa! Why? I can't believe that we are still doing this, man. Don't take this. Chess Principles Reloaded Center. Don't release tension. You are trading this for this. What's good about that? Nothing. This is the last move you would want to play. Everyone now is going to have to do this and buy the course right now. Available, by the way, in a book format. Okay. Seize the center. Second game. I went through this game recently with Asmoada. Let's receive the comment here after move when we play e5. No, earlier actually. Is it even earlier than that? Actually, the book explanation is far greater. I'm trying to find where the big yap is. Now, you need to get the book. The book is more elaborated. Because here I talk about how c takes d4 is a absolute disgraceful idea. Because then we are trading this pawn for this pawn. We're strengthening the center. We're trading side center for non-center. And in your case, which makes it far more painful, you are even extending the diagonal of the bishop by trading like so. There's not one thing about this trade that is positive for black. Yet, about 7 out of 10 players on club level would insert this take. This move also would have been impossible if we had kept these on board. Why? Why are we playing this? Why? What is white doing here that I need h6 for? Why don't we go b5, b4 and play chess on the side of the board where we are meant to play? Ay, ay, ay. Just b5 it, man. If g5 pull back. If here, drop back, you are winning. Not sure about that one. Was this bad? Okay, I think we are good here. Okay, this is acceptable because g5 doesn't win quite yet. Maybe here and then g5. This looks bad. Yep. Very good. Now we, thankfully, can cash in on white winning the game for us. Yep. Rook f8. I think I would have played the rook f8 first. Yeah, okay, let's go. Take, 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 take. Yeah, bishop takes. Oh, pawn. Not wrong here, bet. Yeah. Black played so that white would have a great attack, and then white botched it so that black would win. This was neatly done by black, by the way. Well done. Courtney, if you don't know a question, just come back and ask me. Leave me on. I am brilliant at trivia. Just leave me on. If you have nothing, if you have a question you can't handle, just call the boss. I'm at your service. Okay, so now we allowed h4, right? Oh, I think I get it. h4, bishop takes, rook takes, king h7, hangs the rook, and when the rook moves, I take the knight and pick off the other rook. Did you guys follow that? That's a beautiful line. That's why h4 is not playable. Give me a 1 in the chat if you followed that line. h4, bishop h4, rook g6, king h7. Now the rook is hanging. No matter where it goes, I take, and then I take the rook and I win a piece. Good. Very good. I'll play it out. Take, take. Here, rook, random, rook e5, and we pick off the loose rook. Nice. Okay, I dig it. Okay, this made very little sense, because now we can defend e6. What? What? Not here. What? Wait, I don't understand this. We went here. Hello? What? Why do we defend this pawn? I'm so confused. And by dabs, I might even have rook g8 here. With some sexy ideas like take, 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 and I can't take here because I checked the rook down. Hello? Hello? Hello, rook g8? But rook e8 or rook anything. Like, let's pretend that I don't want to give this away for free. Like, how is this a move? I'm so confused. Like, we're guarding this, and then we go like, nah, fuck it, you can have it for free. What? How? Oh, boy. Like, this wouldn't have been in my top 5 candidate moves, that's for sure. Rook 8, rook e5 is a valid move. I like this. Yeah, this is sketchy. This is sketchy. I agree. We had to find rook g8 here, which was very, very tricky. Shout out for finding rook e5, whoever that was, chess lover. Good job. But king f7 is, I don't know what that is, man. This guy didn't want to play rook e5 for whatever reason. What? Like, isn't it a forced draw? Rook here, rook here, rook here, rook here, rook here. Hello? What? Your opponent decided the draw was not good enough. Your opponent is trying his or her best to lose this game. That's quite admirable. I don't know if I want to let this go, by the way. Is a5 a move? Holy Jesus! King f1! King to f1, ladies. That is White's move. I want you to see this from White's perspective, because this is the treat of the day. White to move. Find something that makes zero sense. King f1. The fuck is this a move? And then h2 and then rook g1 check and queen. If I had another banh mi, I would take another break. But, jeez, Louis, what? Well, it does. I understand now why they did it, because they didn't want to allow the check to take the pawn. So they decided to lose a rook instead. Booyah, baby! Booyah! Love it, love it. Freaking love it, man. Ah. Well, but this guy's a London player. Well, actually, not true. He plays this dog shit Stonewall instead. Yeah, this is inexcusable. It was well played until we played h6. That was unnecessary. And then the opponent dominated the game. And you played the endgame for the most part pretty well, in my opinion. This was a critical point, though. Rook g8 was a very, very tough ask. Missing that is, I think, acceptable. And from here on out, you played a very good rook ending. And your opponent played like... yeah, my grandma would play probably. And she doesn't know the rules, so... yeah, wowzers, man. Shout out to you. You defeated a 400 higher rated player than you. Well done. Okay, I think I am on to Mr. Craig. When I started taking chess seriously, 11, 12. Yeah, that's a good win. That's a very good win, for sure. The win itself is absolutely fabulous. Okay, so where's my good friend Craig? Was Craig sending me this game on ChessCom? Fuck, I have 4 messages. What? Cody sent me a game sometime. I don't. Oh, just now. Didn't even realize Cody was in. Fuck. And Craig, here we go. Okay, Craig says black. Oppo 1750 FIDE. Fuck it, let's go. Yep. I tend to play a lot of C6 here because I enjoy the IQP structures I get out of this with black. Cody coming in strong. Cheers, buddy. Yeah, C6 is a fun line I like playing. So the idea is that D5 is coming, so D4 typically played. Then you take that, queen takes, and then D5. It's basically a reverse Alapin where white played or black played if you want the reverse version G6, which is not considered to be a particularly ambitious scenario. Yep, this is all theory. I mean, I would find it very hard to not play A5 to shut this down. So yeah, allowing B4 is against my taste, but objectively it's totally fine. This, however, I believe is unnecessary because you want to play against B5, knight D4, right? So if your concern here is B5, knight D4, knight E5, then what you need to ask yourself is that what move can I play in this position that makes the B5, knight D4, knight E5 line not playable for white? How can I add a layer of threats to that? Chat, what is the correct move in that spirit? No, to Runaway Lopez. Indeed, bishop e6, which ironically is your first go-to anyway, because this is a developing move. This is the move you want to play. And now you are facing a tactical issue. So the correct way of thinking is that against any white move, you want to play bishop e6. b4 comes. That seems to threaten these days. A bad player here goes, ooh, I better stop it. A good player goes like, well, I wanted to play bishop e6. Let's see if that is good enough against the supposed threat. b5, knight e4 takes, ta-da! It is good, because now we are winning 5,000 pieces. This is a big gap and difference between, you know, good and not so great players. That not so great club players, when they see a threat like this, they completely switch off the what do I want to play part of their brain, and they 120% dedicate themselves to I must stop b5. And so they literally reduce themselves to one candidate move. But Craig, the point is that it's not that you needed to know the idea of this motif. It's a matter of thinking, a matter of approaching a problem. You never want to obey your opponent. and you'd never want to follow their agenda. You have your agenda, you want to enforce yours upon them, not allowing them to force it upon you. It's a matter of mindset, not a matter of, oh, I didn't know that idea. You would have found it if you had looked at bishop e6. Okay. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of this trade. I'm not a big fan of this trade because I don't see how we are going to attack the king, and out of these two bishops, I'm definitely not excited about keeping this. But let's see. Typically, you want to play a5, which, by the way, is another reason why a6 earlier was fairly questionable. Provoking b5 and then jump in. And now you're tickling this. This is a tough one, though, to commit to because we are giving up a pawn down here. So that might not actually work here. Maybe rook d8 first. But yeah, I'm not loving the vibes about the trading of the light squared bishop. Yeah, all of these trades favor white, and heavily, by the way, because what's happening here is that you have got a touch more space, right? And white is a bit struggling with placing correctly all of their pieces. It was in English. You have totally brain dead, still not finished developing moves. Like rook d8, you could tuck the king away. Occasionally you could consider f5, bishop f6 to obtain more space. You have got easy moves to make. Instead here to start running an agenda of let's trade, which ultimately will lead to a scenario where the white c5 pressure will be the main feature of the position. Yep, white is playing great here. So what you have now is a weak d4 pawn, no kingside attack whatsoever, really awkward pawn structure on the queen side, and zero plans to play for. This came from the fact that you started trading down from a rightfully equal but slightly preferable position. I figured it was a net positive trade to give him open squares around his king. Makes absolutely no sense whatsoever once you reach rating 1000. Like, I don't know what to do with that piece of information. Like, what? Are you telling me that now h3 is weak and so that was a good trade? Fine, prove it. Do you have a plan now as a result of us trading the light squared bishop? No. Do you have a kingside attack? No. Do we have weak light squares in the on the board that we can now exploit as a result of the trade? No. Like, it's a long list of no's and some airy-fairy idea of, oh, the light squares around the king are now too soft. Yeah. Good luck attacking them with these pieces. I do, actually. But this is a bit more subtle because here you would hope that in some scenarios there could be an attack. And frankly, if you had a knight on d5, and then if you had a rook on e8, and then you played, let's say, knight d4, then f5, then you traded here, and you played f4, I would be like, yeah, this looks like this attack is gonna hurt white like mad. So in this context, what you said about the airy-fairy light squares around the white king, stop being airy-fairy. This is now real. White is in trouble. The only problem is that I needed to play 400 moves in a row with black to get to here. As is, please tell me how relevant are these squares that you considered as net positive. Completely irrelevant, we're just dead. Yep, that's it. I give you a shout out for creativity. I really like the way how you threw everything at white, but I don't think it's objectively sound. I think I would have played Hero Cage 1 to start piling up on this guy. But this is very, very nasty too. Your opponent is playing really well, by the way. Yeah, this was a great chess game by the opponent. We have to acknowledge that. Rook G5, I wouldn't have played Rook H5 here, that's for sure. Like anything but, because now you have got two rooks completely stuck on the G file. Rook H5 is like, no way, Jose. But even this wins without any dramas whatsoever. Look, you fought really well in this game, but some of the decisions you made were such that you thought they were acceptable, but really they put you on a very, very difficult path. Like, to assume that trades are equal or beneficial to you on account of 0 lines calculated and just some airy-fairy supposed positional concepts, on this level, they no longer cut it. So you realistically need to look at it and go like, do I have a kingside attack here? Because if not, then this trade was not good. And ironically, this made it even worse. White was 1750, I think. Yeah, 1750 white FIDE. Long time control. No, it was a quality game. It really was. From White's point of view. No, you have actually no business conduct. Well, not a lot of business to conduct on the queen side. This is why this position is very hard to play, because typically in this setup or this opening, black wants to hurt you on the c file, right? The most typical maneuver being knight e4. I just am going to demonstrate something completely random, and then knight c5. Trade this off. Then double up and then triple up on the c file and hurt you like mad. The ultimate example of this game is Botvinnik Portish, which is to be found on my YouTube channel. So you either need to sabotage this plan, which is very difficult to do, or drum up some counterplay in kingside center. But since you're like, and by the way, you do not have 3-on-2 on the queen side because it's 3-on-3. Well, yeah, so the problem is, see, that f5 is very difficult to carry out because e5 is very heavily under attack. But I'm reluctant to show you plans here because you misplayed this opening by playing, in my opinion, not playing a5. I would have liked to see a5 here. And then d3, bishop e6. Bishop e3, castles. This is, by the way, almost move by move the Portish game. And here Portish played, I think, knight takes or something like that against Botvinnik. And instead you can go knight d5, for example, tickling the bishop. And now White's counterplay is a lot slower. Bishop c5, b6 takes, and then you take back with the queen. But de is also possible. And now your positional squeeze is more on point because White's queenside play has been reduced drastically because b4 was not played and will never be played. But even here, like, it's a strategically incredibly complex position. I never really fancied playing this line with black because I thought that this kind of river dragon you are playing this with reverse colors. That's what it is. It's a reverse dragon. And I consider this to be a lot harder to understand to play well, especially if you are not an e4 player with white and you don't have experience on the white side of the Sicilian, then I would be like, yeah, I don't think it's a good choice for you. And I would much rather stir the game into a generic IQP, which you can play just based on your knowledge of the isolated queen pawn structures. For which there are about 15 videos on my YouTube channel. And just take it from here. Because here, the plans are generic and obvious to follow. Thank you, Walsh, for the follow. All right, let's have a look at my man Cody. If I'm missing anyone who paid for the analysis, please let me know in the chat. But I think Cody is the last one I'm on to, yeah? Thank you, Forsuit, by the way, for the additional $5. Love you long time, brother. Okay, my man Cody is on the mission. Code! The fuck is Bishop E2, man? What? Bishop E2? Why are you bullying me? Yeah, good. You don't have to have a line. You know how to play chess. Put your shit in the center. Right? You don't need to have lines. I don't have line against a lot of things that I play. That's what chess principles are for. Like, since when did we develop this bishop here in any opening ever when you have got center to take? Or kick the knight and then take the center? Or develop the knight and provoke them to take so your bishop comes out? If you don't have a line against this, it's bad news. That means that you get to use your own understanding of the game, which should be superior than your opponent's. And by the way, yes you do, because this is part of my E4 course. Well, that was Chicken Chess Club at its finest, my friend. I still don't understand why we're not playing D4 and put our shit in the center. D4. Yeah, see, this is the thing. Like, this is why people make so many shit decisions. If you don't know where to put the bishop, don't move it. I don't know a chess principle that says, move your bishop now. Right? Like, there is no such thing. It's not the position's fault that you want to do that. It's yours. Right? So don't force shit into it that is not there. Like, no one says, Cody, you must play a bishop move on move 5. But there is someone who keeps yelling at you for putting your shit in the center. So do that. And all of a sudden, you have a square for the bishop. This is incredibly passive play, especially by someone like you who loves to play aggressive, lively chess. We're still not playing D4. And in fact, we are now inviting D4. Now you are inviting C5. Why? Yeah. That is about 5 moves late to the party, brother. 5 moves late. Thank you, Latte, for following me. I'm not sure I understand why we're taking this with the queen to walk into developing move with the tempo when we could have played knight takes. What the frick? Like, you could have been a tempo up if you played knight takes and then queen d2. Hello? What? That's cray cray. And then we blunder the piece. Ay, 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 ay. Check. Unfortunately, Cody, hello, your FIDE rating is 2300. I think it's more than that, but not by much. And also, I don't know why that's relevant. Yeah, Jesse is right. Like when people try to remember theory, they almost always do some crazy shit idea. So my brother, you cannot play this without calculating knight c3, queen d8, knight e2. That's just, it's a 2-move calculation. You are way too good a player to suck that in. Thank you, Kitty, for the follow. The fuck am I watching? Ah, that's very unlucky. That is very unlucky. Yeah, code mode. That was a really bad game by your standards, because you failed to play some super basic chess moves, like develop, and control center, and instead we played this chicken chess club opening. Then you broke up with d4, which was good. Queen d4 I really strongly disapprove of. And then you enter a line that is based on, ha, I outcalculated you, without you actually calculating it. That's never a good way to be, is it? Well, when you say that your opponent played perfectly, you mean you blundered a piece and then they took it and then they didn't blunder it back. You can call that perfect, but I don't think that that is going to help you to overcome our issues, right? I mean, this is absolutely crazy how this thing works. You got 90.9 for this game where you blundered a piece. I beat a 2900 guy earlier on, I get 87. I think this whole game score is a complete royal bullshit. I don't mean to, suggest any disrespect. It's just mainly like, what the fuck? I'm now dying to check what eChess would say. Yeah, I don't think I can get a score on it unless I enter it into study, which I can't be fucked doing. Yeah, this was not a good one, code mode, because we didn't play principal chess and we didn't calculate. The principal bit came back, and then at the first time when we looked okay, you did. I agree with that. I hate to agree on that, but you did. You absolutely did. Which is why I call bullshit on that whole thing. Yeah, no, you did play worse. You did play worse. Yeah. But I didn't like this mentality that you presented in this game, Cody, that like I didn't have a line against this. Like, so it's best news, man. Like, you get to play chess. Enjoy chess. Enjoy the fact that you get to figure it out, and you have got knowledge that it helps you to figure out how to do this. It's the same as you're driving to a city where you have never been before, and you drive straight into the first light pole right across the road, and then people go like, what the fuck are you doing, mate? And you go like, I have never driven in this town before. It's like, but you know how to drive your car, don't you? It's like, yeah. So why are you driving across the door into a light pole? Well, it's the same thing, man. Like, you don't have a line. Fine. Play chess. You know what to do. What should we do? Oh, let's solve the daily puzzles, and I think I'm going to call it a day after. We haven't done daily puzzles for ages. Let me see if I've got a cut for this shit. No. Fuck. Where is this shit? Here. Okay, so let's see this. So that's a mate in 2. We're done. Check, checkmate. Shout out for drawing the correct arrows. Okay, check, mate. Okay, next. Okay, bishop f6. Winning. Okay, next. That looks like a check on here at first sight. I'll just take this. Wait. What if rook b4? Oh, I'm an idiot. It's check. I nearly botched it. Jesus. Wait, what? This is wild. Is it king d2? King b2 loses to queen b5 check, but king d2 seems to bring mate, yeah? Yeah, king d2. Queen c3 mate. Yep. Never mind. That looks like just check here and it's gonna be mate. How is this a difficult puzzle? Oh, I get it. After bishop d7, we will take on e7. I think. Because king takes his rook mate. And if king he then take and then back rank mate. That is beautiful. That's why the knight is here. Wowzers. Okay, good. Let's go Saturday. This is where it gets hard. I'm betting my life on it that it's check, check, king takes, knight d5, king back, bishop mate. Well, that wasn't too long. But what if king f7? Please don't ruin it. I want it to be queen d8. It is queen d8. Yeah, check, check. Fuck. Jeez, I'm a genius! I am a genius! Oh, this is the Karpov game. This is Karpov Korchnoi. Bishop check, knight check, check, knight f2 mate. If you don't recognize this game, shame on you. What's also shameful is that the Karpov game was without all of these pieces, but they just added it to make it a little bit harder, which is lame. So it's check, and then check, and then check, and then mate. I don't understand how they made it to the hardest puzzle of the week. You had a game against Jakob Ogord? When? How? What? Okay, and you had this position. Wait. Who is to move? Well, I'm guessing there is some lot of fun things to do with the queen because bishop h6 is on. But if I take g1 and queen h4 check. So I'm guessing queen f3, rook f3, bishop h6 and you die, yeah? Because you're down a pawn for bugger all. Yeah, if you played it knight d1, my question would be why didn't we go king b1 instead? Yeah, I mean, you're begging for it, right? Yeah, knight d1 is a very strange blunder here. Because you already see that this was on. And knight d1 is very clearly not dealing with this, so you need to look at all kinds of dirt. I mean, queen g1 actually is not queen h4 because then bishop h6 check, it's queen takes. So I blundered too, but I didn't play the game. Thankfully. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I think we are going to call it a day here. Oh, wait, at 4 suit, he sent me another game that apparently I need to show off. Okay, let's do that. Oh, for fuck's sakes. Queen b6 is a very, very interesting idea here. Okay. Oh, and then knight c5. Okay, I dig it. Okay, I dig it. Yep. 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 The what? e5. That's hanging, bruv. Did you find 94 for Sudi? Did you find... Woo! That's my boy, baby. That's my boy. That's my boy. Oh, shit. Ay, 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 ay. Sudi. That is fucking bullying, brother. That is bullying. So clean. So clean. That is some good chess, my friend. That was some good chess. Bishop e4, please. Ah, come on, man. Bishop e4. Trap the rook. Ay, 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 ay. You just ruined the party. Still, very clean. Very nice. Congrats, brother. Congrats. Congrats. That was good shit. That was very good shit. Alright, ladies. We're calling it a day here. It wasn't... you don't need any books, man. You need a puzzle collection. That's all you need. Puzzle collection. In that regard, any puzzle collection book is good for you. You can't possibly go wrong. Any book that has the word puzzle on the cover is brilliant. Alright. We are done ski for today, ladies. Take care. Love you all. And I will see you on Tuesday. Yeah, that's not too bad. I would be inclined, though, to go with something a lot newer. Because that book is not computer proof. You definitely want, with puzzle books, that's a non-negotiable, that you want Tingo. Computer proof one. Alright, love you all. Take care. Bye.